Okay, hey everybody. So during this video, we're going to show you a compare and contrast of what Surfboard can do versus typical drafting. So in this video, we're going to start with typical drafting. With this, we're going to place only in the instruction rooms, and we're going to place a just standard duplex receptacle, and we're going to put two evenly spaced on each wall. So we're just, again, going to do instruction rooms here, and we're going to put two evenly spaced receptacles on each wall. And for this too, I'll start a stopwatch that we'll start here, and we'll keep going. So create similar, and you can see placing these devices. We're not going to place any on this curtain wall here because you know, it's glass, so I don't want to do that. But two, and then we'll come back and we'll evenly space them in all these instruction rooms. All right, so here's, we'll just do these four rooms right here, and we'll come back here and we'll evenly space them from the curtain wall here equals all right, so there is our, I'll just unconstrain all these since we don't want to see all this stuff. Equals. This is all real time. We're just putting in these devices, evenly spacing them. Nothing crazy. Just you know, giving you a nice compare contrast of what you do with Surfboard versus this. So here we go. So, and then we'll equals those and constrain. So that we can move them later. All right, so there's our receptacles. So it took almost 3 minutes to do. We'll come back here, and now we want to put two switches next to each door. So we're gonna add some lighting devices. We'll put three-way switches in here next to each door. Oh, and just, so we'll stop, we'll reset. So it took 3 minutes to do receptacles, start, and we'll put, oops, we'll put two devices here next to each door. There we go. And I'll just copy these over. Oops. All right, so there are our switches next to each instruction room door. So it took about a minute to do. All right, next, occupancy sensors. So we'll go to our ceiling plan, also on the first floor, and we'll cover our Aux sensors. So we'll come here into lighting. We'll put in a dual technology occupancy sensor, and then we'll put this on the ceiling. So, oops, that's the conference room. So I'll put it in here. And then we got to remember that these are a 22 foot diameter. So we'll need to do 11 feet for the radius. We'll do that here. And okay, that covers the room basically. We'll come in here, say, all right, we can go probably a little further. All right, there's the next one. Come in here, that covers this. Oops. Goes into the room. Okay, there's that one. And there's the next one. And then we'll delete out these bombshells. All right, so there are Aux sensors. Oops. Let me do that again. I'll delete them real quick and then we'll put them back. Systems, device, place on face, instruction room. So we'll put that guy in here, annotate, detail line, 11 feet. Since we have a 22 foot diameter. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, and maybe we move these down just a little. Okay, so there's those. Let's delete these out. All right, and that took about a minute. So minute for each of those. Now let's look at fire alarm devices. So we'll go back to our systems, put in a fire alarm device, and we'll go ahead and throw this guy. Oh, that's a ceiling mount, wrong one. So we want a wall mount strobe. Oops, and again, let me go back and start my timer here. So we'll reset this and go. So fire alarm device. All right, and we, let's just say we want these centered in here. Oops. Okay, so we'll unconstrain all these. All right, so we go back again about a minute, probably took about 30 seconds to put in all those devices. And now let's look at lighting. So with lighting, what we'll need to do is get room dimensions. So let's reset. We're gonna start the clock here and we'll get room dimensions so that we can do our calculations. So first, all these are 26, oops, by 35, 19, 38, 11, 39, All right, so we'll start here, 35, 26 and a half, or 30, let's just say 36 by 26 and a half. All right, so 36 by 26.5. And let's cut a section to make sure we've got the right ceiling height in here. First floor. So look at this guy. What do we got here? It's an 8 foot, 8 5/8, so 8 3/4, 8.75 foot ceiling. Again, let's make sure I got the right. So 26 3/4, 26.75 and 36. 26.75 and 36, 8.5 foot ceiling, 2x4 grid, 40 foot candles. And then let's go find and make sure that's still running a 2 BLT 24. So I want to, 2 BLT 4. And we want a 40L. This guy. All right, so in here, we're gonna do spacing 8 feet by 8 feet, 4 by 3. All right, so we're gonna now put a light fixture, 2x4 troffer. Eight feet by 8 feet. Arrangement 4 by 3. Outside spacing 4 and 4.4. So 4. I guess that's going to be close to where they set the grid. Oh. So actually 6 feet and 5.38. 6 feet. And then 5.3, a third, 0.3 times 12, 3.6 inches. All right, so it's going to be basically close to where the light fixtures need to be in this room. All right, now we've got 26.7, and then so we're just going to change this 36 to 19 and 2, let's just say 3/12 is a quarter. So we'll go to 19 and a quarter, 19.25. Still 8 by 8, and then 5.38 and 5.63. Place on face. Do it from here. And what was it? So 5.38 5.38 times 12, 4.5 inches. So 5 feet, 4.5 inches. 5 feet, 4.5. And then what's our other dimension? It's 5.63, so 0.63 times 12, 7.5 inches. And that's what? 5, 7.5. Got it. 5, 7.5. So there are 2 outside dimensions and then 8-foot spacing. 8 foot, 2 by 3. All right, 8 foot, 2 by 3, 8. 8. All right, there's room number 2. Now this goes from 35 to 39. All right, so let's go back. This is 39 feet. So we're gonna have 7.5 and 5.38. Four by 3. So 7.5 and 5.38. So 7.5 along the 39-foot dimension. So that would be this one. Oh crap. All right, there's 7.5 and then 5.38. Filter, check out light fixtures. 5. 0.38 times 12 is 4.5. All right, so there is that room. 19.2. Okay, so these rooms are the same. So this will be fairly easy. Bam, light fixtures. All right, so there are our 4 rooms of light fixtures, and that took us 9 minutes to do, to go and lay out light fixtures. So if we look at lights took 9, receptacles took 3, switches took 1, aux sensors took 1, fire alarm took 1. So if we look at adding all of these up, we can now look at, so 9 minutes plus 3 minutes plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, 15 minutes to do 4 rooms. Now let's look at how many instruction rooms there are in the whole project. So we're going to view a schedule quantities. We're just going to do rooms, room schedule. We're going to do just name, count. Okay. Oops. We're not going to do view template. We're going to look now at filter by name equals instruction. And then we'll do a grand total here. So there's 19 instruction rooms. We did 4, right? So if we come back here to Revit, RCP, so we did 4 instruction rooms, 4 out of 19. So let's look at that, 4 divided by 19. I guess we can do it the other way, 19 over 4. So 4.75 times, say, 15 minutes for those rooms. That would be an hour and 10 minutes to do those, right? Divided by 60.18 times 60, 10 minutes, right? So an hour, 1 hour, 10 minutes, and that's with no interruptions, no nothing. So 71 minutes is really what we're looking at here to do just the instruction rooms. Now, what I'm going to do, so I'm going to delete everything here, delete it all. Actually, so I'll filter out. We'll delete the fire alarm. Oops, not the dimensions, not the views, not the room tags. So we'll delete all these items. And then we'll come into the ground floor here and we'll delete all of the receptacles. So we'll select those, delete them all. All right, and now what we'll do, now we have a clean model, I'll reset it, we'll start it, and I'm gonna run Surfboard. We're gonna go through and do all of the instruction rooms. Actually, we'll just do the whole model. So we'll just put these 4,000 lumen fixtures, 40-foot candles, and then I need to look at blue beam. So we're going to take this one, 119, 102, 88, 77, 119, 102, 88, 77, 68, 61, 55, 68, 61, 55, 50, 45, 41, 50, 45, 41, and then we'll go back, and 38 is our last number, 38, accept changes, yes. And then we'll just select everything, select all of them, put in our receptacles. So for these, we'll do a standard duplex. We'll put 1 per wall is fine for everything. We'll select everything. In our instruction rooms, we'll put 2 per wall. I'll actually just go ahead and put GFCIs 6 inches from the door in the restrooms. I don't need anything in my sprinkler room. Let me go back up to my electrical room. 1 in here, 1 in here. Corridors, those are fine. Admin, those are fine. Drafting, that's okay. Lobby, lounge, media review, that's fine. Storage, 6 inches from the door. Toilet, 6 inches from the door. Women, 6 inches from the door. Okay, that's perfect. We'll put dimmers at each door. Select all of them in our instruction room. So we'll do our 3 ways. We'll do 2 of them. Hit OK. Library, a dimmer's fine. Men, we'll just do key operated 1. Storage on a timer. Toilet, we'll just put actually these low voltage ones in here. In the electrical room, typically let's put a timer. Women, low voltage. Okay. All right, so that basically takes care of everything. Storage on a timer. All right, cool. So that's those. Continue. So we used 11 diameter, so we'll change this to 22 on the Aux Sensors. So dual technology 360, 22. We'll just put them everywhere. Make sure all these get updated. All right, so we're updated. Cool. I'm just gonna throw in some panels just to do it. Put a couple 250 amp. These are 40 panels, so I'll just put one 250 in each electrical room. Wall horn strobes. We'll go ahead and just put them everywhere. 75 for most of these. In the corridors, we'll just put 30s in here. We'll put actually we don't need one in here. 75 in there, that's fine. Men 30. nothing in the sprinkler, 30 in the stairs, toilet, 30, 30, leave that, and then we'll just run everything. So right now, after we placed everything, so we're at 4 minutes, I've got 15 minutes to do everything, right? To equal just, and those were just 4 rooms. So we'll lay out everything here. We're at 4 minutes right now. 4 minutes to put in parameters. And again, remember that it took us 9 minutes just to do lighting. So if we're able to do this in 4 minutes, then we're way ahead of the curve. So, and then from here, so we're at, okay, it's populating. It's going to take a minute or 2 to run through here. It might seem like forever, but it's really fairly quick to get through everything. And ultimately you can set everything, run it, go get a cup of coffee, go to the bathroom, whatever you need while this is happening, so that you're able to not really waste any time, right? The machine's cranking along, going to do its thing, and going to save you kind of time in the meanwhile. So as this is cranking along, we're just, again, showing you what hand drafting versus what Surfboard can do for you. Again, we only showed you 4 rooms. If we extrapolated those to the 19 instruction rooms across the building, it would take you 1 hour and 10 minutes. That's no interruptions. So it probably is going to take you 2 hours, because more than likely you're going to get interrupted. Someone's going to come up and talk to you. You're going to have to go to the bathroom. You're going to go for a coffee and have a conversation with somebody. So this is really like an 1.5 hour, 2 hour task by the time you put in breaks, interruptions, email, whatever, to actually get the task done to lay out just the instruction rooms. That's not counting the rest of the building. So in that, we're actually doing calculations as we go, which we need to, where, Surfboard is going to do these calculations for you. It's going to upgrade families, all that great stuff. So here you have everything, and let's look at what these numbers look like. So right now we're at 6.5 minutes. I've still got some time to put in everything. So 665 plus 357 plus 122 plus 121 plus 9 plus 128. It's 1,400 devices in 6 minutes. So go ahead and hit close here. Hey, take a look at these. So here are our receptacles that we were putting in: fire alarm device, receptacle next to the door, fire alarm devices. Maybe we need to look at these, go view. All right, so we can see everything here. All right, these need to get adjusted a little bit. So adjust those heights down. We're gonna take this guy, entire project, set 0. So there's those, and we'll come back out here into our RCP. All right, now we're looking good. We're cooking with oil. Got all of our lights, all of our Aux sensors. We were using a different one, so we'll select all these. And we're using these M's. So we'll swap those over. Okay, here's, coordination piece we need to look at right there. Same thing here. Flip those forward. All right, there's a few too many fixtures in here. Really, we just need one. We don't need this guy. This guy's in front of the door. Come back and address some of these later. But again, okay, so where are we at on time? 8. So if I stop it here, then the time it took us to do lighting, just lighting for 4 rooms, I've laid out an entire building. So this is the real juxtaposition of, you know, what Surfboard can do for you versus, you know, what it would take you by hand. So I hope this helps. Hope this clears up your time savings. And again, so if we look at Surfboard, what it did, here's all the floors. You know, there's some pieces in here that we need to do. Nope. So come in here, align the fixture. One needs to come up here too. And then we'll align it with this fixture. Right, so I mean, there's gonna be some little things, but again, all 3 floors are populated, everything is in the model, whereas before, you know, we had nothing. So here is full model, everything's, you know, in here. If we go look at a floor plan, so here's first floor, you can see all the receptacles. We look at power plan 2, floor 2, again, you can see all these devices. Floor 3, again, you can see everything in here too, right? There's going to be some coordination, but by and large, everything's where it needs to be. So that is hand drafting versus Surfboard. Thank you for watching.